Good morning, happy Friday, and thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. This morning, I'm coming to bring you a quick reminder for students, parents, independent students, dependent students who are attending a higher education institution in the 2023-2024 academic year. So for starters, if you are attending college, if you are graduating to attend college as a freshman, or if you are a continuing student, please be reminded that the free application for federal student aid, known as the FAFSA, opened on October the 1st. So the application is open. You can go ahead and submit your application. I encourage you and recommend that you do that as soon as possible, because the deadline, federal deadline, is June 30th at 11:59 Central Time. Now, as for the states, each of the colleges in their respective states may have their own separate deadlines. And what happens with that is a lot of these individual institutions, they have internal funds and internal scholarships that they may be able to offer to students. Once those funds have been depleted, then those institutional funds or those internal scholarships or grants, they're gone. That's the free money that the schools have the ability to give you. In the state of Georgia, I highly encourage you to stay on top of the Georgia Futures website. Check that, see what you or your student is eligible to receive or may receive, or any additional things that you may be able to apply for. The state of North Carolina, we have a son who's attending North Carolina State University. Not state, I went to state. Our son is attending North Carolina A&T State University. And we received a huge blessing last academic year because he received 2 scholarships that he didn't even have to apply for. He made the dean's list. His GPA was great. And out of the blue, he just got those awards. And it was a blessing because he was able to get a refund, and he never gets a refund. But so those are, those are some examples of some things that may come to you if you get this application in, filled out, submitted early. The early bird, like this, the old saying go, the early bird gets the worm. Apply, get that application in as soon as possible. Again, whether you are independent or a dependent student, get your FAFSA application completed. To do that, you would need to log in to studentaid.gov, complete your free application for federal student aid. It doesn't cost you a thing. And the other point I want to make is a lot of people think that or believe that, oh, well, I'm not going to apply for financial aid, or my son or my daughter isn't going to do the FAFSA because we never get any money. We make too much money, so they're not going to get any free money. That is a way of thinking that I would like for us to try to change, because that FAFSA does more than just that. The FAFSA does more than just qualify a student for student loans. That FAFSA opens the door, and it opens the gate for thousands, tens of thousands of other resources, scholarship resources, grant resources, all types of things that have nothing to do with student loans. If your student, or if you're the student, doesn't have to utilize student loans, that's great. I wholeheartedly understand that. But I do encourage everyone, if you are attending college, to complete that FAFSA application. Back in my day, when I was the regional CFO for Kaplan Higher Education, I worked at Barter College here in Atlanta, Georgia. And that was one of the things that we did great. And that was encouraging students to get that FAFSA completed, making sure that they understood the implications and what it meant to apply for that student aid, understanding the responsibilities that come along with the choice, if you were to make the choice to accept loans. What does that mean? You know, so many things go along with financial literacy. So this is just a piece of that I'd like to share with you as it pertains to being financially literate when it comes to understanding the FAFSA application process, and how that works at the school, university, or college level. You don't have to accept loans. Even if they put them on the award letter, you could decline the loans if you're able to pay for your college funding through, you know, outside scholarships, internal scholarships, and or grants. A lot of people work. A lot of our students, a lot of our kids, they have jobs. And one of the other things that you could do to help fund your education is check with your employer and see if your employer has like a tuition reimbursement policy or process. Many times when organizations do have those types of or offer those types of benefits, you'll have to give them maybe a year or two that you will have to work for them along the process, you know, along the way. So they're going to pay this much for your school, but you got to work for them for 2 years, or you got to work for them for another 5 years. So they're trying to get, you know, their money's worth out of, you know, assisting you in getting your degree or, you know, completing your education. So it's so many things that you can think about. As things come to me, I want to come and I want to share those things because there are so many misconceptions about how the financial aid process works and what happens during the financial aid process. So I'm here to be a resource so that I can help you make the best decisions that you need to make for yourself or for your dependent or your dependent what do we say? Your dependent scholars. That's a good word, scholars. Okay. So that's it for me on this thankful day. I'm happy it's Friday, and I have a ton of other stuff to get off my plate for today, but I did want to take the time to come to you and to share that information. If you have any questions, everything that you need, you can find on studentaid.gov. Go in there on that website, look at the information, read it, make sure you understand it. And if you have any questions, reach out to the schools, or you can reach out to your state agencies. For example, in Georgia Futures, all states have offices and organizations that handle state, you know, education dollars and things like that. So please do that. We cannot continue to let these free dollars sit on the table and not take advantage of the funding that is there for us and for our kids. So have a great weekend. It was great popping in to see you again this week, and I will see you all next week. Bye.